Papa Victor, roger. Could you give me my airborne time, please?
Roger, Papa Victor, you are airborne at 38, over.
Roger from Papa Victor, changing to control.
London radar, beeline Golf of Romeo Papa Victor, requesting your latest weather, over.
Papa Victor, roger. The London weather, surface wind calm, visibility 200 meters, deteriorating, sky obscured, QFE 1008 millibars, over.
Roger from beeline Papa Victor, request auto land approach onto runway 28 left, over.
Papa Victor, clear for auto land approach, runway 28 left, over.
Roger from Papa Victor, I'll call you established on the beam, over.
Good evening, it's Matthew, and welcome back. It's now 22:20 p.m. again on the 7th of the 4th, 2017. And I just want to show you what's going on with the chemplanes, chemtrails. Here you can see this image. This is a new chemplane, and look at the piping, the electrical wiring that operates these tankers in these planes. You can see where these toxins, barium, aluminium, all the fluid that comes through, and then gets pumped out from these tankers into our sky, right at the back of the plane. These hold lots of chemicals, and it's harming our atmosphere, it's harming us, it's dangerous to our children, to our pets, animals, and we need to stop this. Again, I got an email of a kind lady a couple of days ago that said that we could do with, we need 100k names, 100,000k names to appoint this to our governments. This lady lives in the UK, has asked me to sign a petition as well. We really need to do this. This is the only way to stop this, is to write petitions. So I urge the Nibiru community to do something about this. We've got to sort something out. So I'm going to produce an email address in a future date to try and get a sort of petition or something. It's so important because it's all our families and everybody that we love and trust, family members, as I said, to stop them from breathing all these chemicals in, because it can cause all sorts of like Alzheimer's disease, memory loss, skin conditions. I mean, the list goes on. I'm going to go and show you another image. Again, we've got to think about our children and family members, because if the government had a brain cell or two, they would know that this is killing and harming everything. So I really hope and get the message across that the government has to stop this. We all need to stand up to these situations now. This is another piece of information on a chart. Public Law 10585 allows testing on biological weapons on civilian population, meaning us. And it really does mean us. Biological agents defined, microorganisms, including bacteria, viruses, fungi. I mean, look at it. It's a list that just carries on. I mean, we as humanity, okay, we've been on this planet for thousands of years. And in the past, civilizations like the Sumerians, the Celts, other civilizations that have been here for, a long time, they didn't have chemtrails. They hadn't had their skies sprayed. They knew what was coming. They knew that the world was going to be cleansed when they saw those heavenly objects up there in the skies. They didn't have these corrupt government officials that was allowing themselves to get those military organizations to spray our skies every day. They are harming our planet, and people need to completely wake up out of their watching telly and looking down at the ground and onto their mobile phones, and they walk around the streets asleep, humanity, and they just don't understand and realise that they're laughing at us, spraying our skies. They are doing it because they don't want us to see the truth, what's coming. And it's all about hide and seek until the very end. And they will seek into those bunkers. And they will know that we're all left all on our own, above on the land. Because when them chemtrails stop for a long time afterwards, then we've got to start worrying. Because that will be the time close to when this situation happens. Nemesis is on our horizon. And we really do need to prepare for this. Here again, here are all the organisations that are lying to us. The climate mafia. On these badges you can see on the screen. They all know, every single one of them know, that Nibiru is on its way. It's here. You can see the smog in the skies. You can see those natural clouds being burnt away and how low they are down in our skies. It's a situation now. We're seeing the dark shadows. And these people are still lying to us. And we still believe in the TV news media lies. The weatherman, he doesn't mention chemtrails. And we're seeing them every single day. The weatherman on the telly is still saying patches of cloud here, blue skies, yellow sun. I mean, all you need to do is just take a look outside and you'll see that the sun is white hot. And it's darkening as well some parts of the sky. And there's hundreds of chemtrails. And our natural clouds are disappearing, being burnt away. The hydrogen is disappearing. And a good friend of mine from up north, the north of England, Mr. Ian Gordon, a respectable man that emails me every single day, and I've mentioned him on other channels. And his health is at risk. And he's still emailing me and looking at the skies and studying the skies for me and you, the subscribers. So a big respect to Ian as well. He's a very clever man, a very genuine guy, with total respect to all you subscribers. And it's just fantastic how the man stood by me. And also, you're all standing by me, and it's so good. And it's so important that we acknowledge the truth and give it out, spread it out to everybody else, because more and more people are starting to listen. All the other Nibiru channels as well. And I mean, it's just now time to get the words out there now, isn't it? But here on the screen, all these people in these companies, it's all about the agenda. It's all about New World Order, to hide the truth, to cover the skies. And it's making everybody very ill indeed, being sprayed upon by those chems. This is what we need. We need the weatherman on the telly, on the TV, to explain the truth to us. We don't need no propaganda lies all the time, expecting us to believe the weather's just fluffy clouds and yellow sun. It's not that anymore. We've got a huge object up there, the simulator, the solo simulator. The agenda is happening now. And we still get told that there's wars going on and everything. There's refugees and things going on, but everything, the biggest event of our lives is right up there, above our atmosphere, out into the inner solar system. This huge round dwarf star is gaining closer to us, and the reflections, we're seeing it all the time now. So we do need to have a weather station to show people that the skies are changing every day. But sadly, news media will not disclose this. And I've spoke in the past to Channel 4, the BBC, Sky TV, and they all turn around and say, we don't understand what you're saying. We don't see this, what you're seeing. They're contrails. I mean, we all know that these are chemicals that are harming our families. Here's another diagram. It says scientific observations reveal jets are spraying aerosols, which they are, not contrails. Circles in frame A and B, you can see here and here, and D, here, show aerosol emissions that cannot possibly meet the USFAF and NASA definition of contrails, due to the absence of a transparent vapor gap between the hot engine exhaust and the visible ice crystals formations. The arrows in frame B and C here and here, point to Ololame's aerosol emissions unrelated to normal water vapor contrail formations. These aerosols appear to be raised from the fuselage of the aircraft. Here, I mean, it's just outstanding how they're getting away with this. All frames, extract and videos. And please, as well, I've spoke to these and had an email off them as well, chemtrailsplant.net. Please look into this as well, because it's very interesting, because they zoom right in and notice the differences of what's going on with these chem planes. And there is hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people now that have woken up to this, and it's so important. We need to get the word out. They need to stop this now. Enough's enough, because we just want to see those objects up there now, don't we? I mean, we're in 2017. We know there's beings up there, that we know there's huge events going on up there as well. The space weather is just completely erratic as well. They just seem to think that to spray the skies and let us go on our daily routine is going to be okay. Just pat us on the back and just let us go on our merry way. But no, we are now starting to wake up. Humanity is waking up to this now. And we want disclosure. We want the truth. It's time. There's no point with these false flag events everywhere to keep people's eyes down, to dumb us down. We have the freedom of speech, humanity has. Again, there's poster boards and newspaper cuttings as well from other parts of the world. You've got one here from Spain, and their skies are being chemtrailed all the time. This is a recent newspaper cutting. And again, here in the UK, you've got Charlie Mitchell, a kind, respected subscriber, a follower, that had emails in the past and said that, I mean, the skies in London are blasted with chemtrails. So respect to you, Charlie. And again, from Texas, Sharice Nelson, I got a very kind email to do a video share of different bits of footage of the sky as well. So respect to you too. And it's all about the Nibiru community. It's all about sharing images. And I've got tons of stuff to go through, and I will go through it over this weekend now. But it's just so important that we are able to get the message out to other parts of the world, to let them know that we're their friends, and we can see with our skies as well that they're being hammered with trails just like theirs, so they're not on their own. People are also reporting pesticide smell in the air as well. And I've noticed as well that once they've chemtrailed, especially where we are in the northeast of England, after they've chemtrailed the following day, you can feel that runny nose and headaches and flu-like symptoms. It goes on for about a week and a half. Are they doing this to buy their products from big pharmacy? Because I've noticed as well that there are lots of people going to the healthcare centres, the local doctors. I mean, it's packed the following few days after they've been spraying heavily. I mean, it's got to be it just doesn't make, it's like it doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, why are they doing this? Is it because they're trying to draw more money out of the system, with us spending to buy more medicines for our families to get better? I mean, I don't trust the water. I always buy non-fluoride mineral water. It's so important to do this. I feel so much better. But you can see it's so evident, isn't it? I mean, looking at the different channels and videos as well, you've got Steve Olsen's. He is showing the truth as well about this as well. He's very concerned about the chemtrails as well. We all are very concerned, aren't we? Bill Martin as well, fantastic chap as well. It's just throwing out truth of what's going on. You can see, and he's pinpointing different pieces of evidence to get the truth out there. We're all trying our hardest to try and get the truth out there. You've got Scott as well. Scott, if you're listening, you can just see what's going on. It's outrageous what they're doing, isn't it? Big pharmacy as well. Government-run pharmaceuticals. It's all about the money. They get you hooked on these medications, and then they just let the ball roll along. They're pulling us in all the time. It's a huge agenda. They don't care about us or our health. They just care about putting their money in their pockets, filling their pockets and running in their luxury cars, their nice offices, and the government just sniggering in the background. And you're just slowly killing yourself. You don't need the medicine. You think you do. I mean, there's other ways of becoming healthy. But because it's loads of things that are going on around us now. You've got the chemtrails, this poison in the skies, the tobacconist companies, the alcohol business, the pharmaceuticals. It's all putting harm into our bodies. So like many people like us that are wide awake to the situation of what's going on around us in the world now, the government doesn't want us to talk. They want to zip us up. They want to shut us up and tell us to get on our merry way and leave us to ponder about what they're up to all the time. They don't want us to see the truth. There's lots of people that are being mudslung all the time on different channels. But they're still carrying on, and I respect that. I really do. As we just keep going on and finding and seeking the truth. So next time another official, a government, or a doctor, or a policeman starts talking down at you, just be strong and say, hey, there's no need to speak like that. Because we can all see what's going on. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. It's complete insidious greed. And look at the amount of money that they're making every single year. I mean, this is only from 2003 to 2012. And God knows how much they've made now. It must be into the trillions. And they're saying that we're in debt. They're in debt. The government is paying a big, huge debt, and it's our fault. We are the ones to blame. So they're taking it out of our taxpayers' money. And I really would like to know that figure of how much they've made from us now. It's gone into the billions. It would gone into the trillions now. This says it all, doesn't it, really? Put the politicians on the minimum wage and watch how things change. Now, it's true, isn't it? I believe that if things turn the other way towards them, things will change. There'll be no debt. They've stuck us in this, aren't they? I mean, the whole scenario situation. They say that we're in debt, but with them spraying them skies, it must be costing us trillions of dollars, pounds, I mean, all over the world. We're being heavily taxed with our wages, our incomings, our earnings. If they wasn't doing that, we'll have more money coming in. We're being hammered, every single one of us. They even turn the petrol pumps down. They slow them down, the gas pumps, to make you think there's more fuel going into the car. But years ago, they used to spin round quite fast, the gas pumps. They are deceiving us all the time with different tricks that they're up to all the time. Everything's changing now. We're in definite end times. The banking system is the biggest scam in the world. And this is what they want to save. They want to save their banking system to when this huge event that comes, and it's in the near future, because we're seeing all the signs in the skies and the heavens now. And it's been said in the Bible as well. And it's been covered up, hasn't it? Sumerians have mentioned it as well. Lots of people, like Dr. Harrington, sadly passed away in suspicious circumstances. Lord Pye, another researcher and a truther, sadly passed away. I mean, the list goes on. And they're hoping that if they survive this huge event, they will be able to pop their heads out of these bunkers and start their cruel system again, their banking system. I mean, just imagine if we was debt-free and we were free from this situation. Things would be a lot different, wouldn't it? Again, they don't report things like this. These huge asteroids and comets that are flying from some part through the Kuiper Belt, in the same part all the time. And when they go past the backside of the sun heading towards our Earth, we will see them bright and large in the near future, as again we will see that binary twin nemesis as well. And then we will get that huge pole shift. Earth's crustal pole shift. Again, all these readings here on the right hand side. The atmosphere, the crust, the magma, the mantle, the core, the ionosphere, and the magnosphere. I mean, they're all being affected by this right now, as today, with these blasts from the sun. And it's affecting the core, the mantle of our Earth, causing the lava and the magma to generate through those crusts, causing earthquakes. And we're being bombarded by these solar flare activity all the time. These rays are hitting through. People are not noticing this. I mean, those chems, again, are trying to fight a losing battle because it's getting much worse as we head towards the binary twin nemesis. It's making its ecliptic path, and it will cross our Earth very close, causing tsunamis and all sorts of devastation as well. And again, the government know this all the time. They are just hiding everything. The military are just trying their hardest to hide what's going up there in the skies. This is another chart of a 400-year magnetic South Pole shift. And it's like 50-year spans. Now, this has been going on for a long time, and we're all shifting very slowly south as well now. Everywhere is now starting to slowly shift, as the north and south poles are cracking up now all the time. Another huge chunk of ice has split away as well. And it's just finding out the different pieces of information, putting it together, isn't it? All the time we need to just keep focused and putting out all this evidence, because we just want the government just to turn around and say, right, hand on heart, this is what's going on. But again, I don't believe that's going to ever happen, is it? So it's down to us to pick up the pieces all the time, spread them out and look at the information to be able to figure out what's going on. There's even books that people have wrote, and this book is all about the chems and also the halo of the sun, Thomas Foster. But also it's been remanufactured, this book, by a guy called Roberts from New Zealand. And again, it's very interesting to show you that other people have actually gone to the hard work to write books and study what's going on in our skies. So all the information is out there to be able to pick up the government and also space agencies are actually naming these halos and other objects that are being spotted in the skies, like sundogs. And it's new to us, isn't it? The word sundog wasn't there in the early years, was it? When we were about back in the day. So these are all just recent names, aren't they? So it's again important to research and look into the situation of what others are doing as well, and writing up about what's going on up there. So respect to all of you, and I will do another video tomorrow, and we'll see what other evidence we can find of what the government are doing to pull the wool over our eyes. There's lots of things going on right now, isn't it? These ages of 2017. So take care. Respect from Matt Rogers.
245, please.
Speedbird 232.
Shuttle 14 Papa, reduce 180 knots.
180 knots, Shuttle 14 Papa. Speedbird 232, establish localizer 27 knots.
Speedbird 232, descend ILS.
Descend ILS, Speedbird 232.
Shuttle 14 Papa, turn right, heading 180.
Right, 180, Shuttle 14 Papa. Good evening, I'll tell you 79 Alpha.
I'll tell you 79 Alpha. I'll tell you 79 Alpha, turn left, heading 060.
The ground and onto their mobile phones, and they walk around the streets asleep, humanity, and they just don't understand and realise that they're laughing at us, spraying our skies. They are doing it because they don't want us to see the truth, what's coming. And it's all about hide and seek until the very end. And they will seek into those bunkers, and they will know that we're all left all on our own, above on the land. Because when them chemtrails stop for a long time afterwards, then we've got to start worrying. Because that will be the time close to when this situation happens. Nemesis is on our horizon, and we really do need to prepare for this. Here again, here are all the organisations that are lying to us, the climate mafia. On these badges you can see on the screen, they all...
Papa Victor, roger. Could you give me my airborne time, please?
Roger, Papa Victor, you are airborne at 38, over.
Roger from Papa Victor, changing to control.
London radar, beeline Golf of Romeo Papa Victor, requesting your latest weather, over.
Papa Victor, roger. The London weather, surface wind calm, visibility 200 meters, deteriorating, sky obscured, QFE 1008 millibars, over.
Roger from beeline Papa Victor, request auto land approach onto runway 28 left, over.
Papa Victor, go for auto land approach, runway 28 left, over.
Roger from Papa Victor, I'll call you established on the beam, over.
Good evening, it's Matthew, and welcome back. It's now 22:20 PM, again on the 7th of the 4th, 2017. And I just want to show you what's going on with the chemtrails. Here you can see this image. This is a new chemplane. And look at the, try and get a sort of petition or something. It's so important because it's all our families and everybody that we love and trust, family members, as I said, to stop them from breathing all these chemicals in, because it can cause all sorts of like Alzheimer's disease, memory loss, skin conditions. I mean, the list goes on. I'm going to go and show you another image. again, we've got to think about our children and family members. Because if the government had a brain cell or two, they would know that this is killing and harming everything. So I really hope and get the message across that the government has to stop this. We all need to stand up to these situations now. This is another piece of information on a chart. Public Law 10585 allows testing on biological weapons on civilian population, meaning us. And it really does mean us. Biological agents defined, microorganisms, including bacteria, viruses, fungi. I mean, look at it. It's a list that just carries on. I mean, we as humanity, okay, we've been on this planet for thousands of years. And in the past, civilizations like the Sumerians, the Celts, other civilizations that have been here for, a long time, they didn't have chemtrails. They hadn't had their skies sprayed. They knew what was coming. They knew that the world was going to be cleansed when they saw those heavenly objects up there in the skies. They didn't have these corrupt government officials that was allowing themselves to get those military organizations to spray our skies every day. They are harming our planet, and people need to completely wake up out of their watching telly and looking down at the piping of the electrical wiring that operates these tankers in these planes. You can see where these toxins, barium, aluminium, all the fluid that comes through and then gets pumped out from these tankers into our sky, right at the back of the plane. These hold lots of chemicals, and it's harming our atmosphere, it's harming us, it's dangerous to our children, to our pets, animals, and we need to stop this. Again, I got an email of a kind lady a couple of days ago that said that we could do with, we need 100k names, 100,000k names to appoint this to our governments. This lady lives in the UK, has asked me to sign a petition as well. We really need to do this. This is the only way to stop this, is to write petitions. So I urge the Nibiru community to do something about this. We've got to sort something out. So I'm going to produce an email address in a future date to